I'm just putting together a very quick meal inspired by the ingredients we got yesterday. I like to stay while I'm traveling at places where I can cook myself. Today I'm just putting together a very quick peppers and onions sauteed with some black beans over here, local black beans. But this whole meal is pretty much under, I would say, under €3. And then I'm gonna make a very quick walk as well. Look at the avocados.
Oh
here.
yeah, yummy.
They're actually really nice. Also very fruity over here, I realized. Just really interesting raw ingredients that, I don't know, I really love. Again. So what I like to do is always make sure when you're cutting the onion, I learned this while interning at a restaurant, a vegan restaurant. Always always bend your fingers like this, and then you can go really fast and really precise. So just gotta figure out how to turn this on.
Maybe you should put it in.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay. Just some olive oil. The peppers were Celine's idea. I personally don't like peppers so much, but the taste.
I love peppers.
But
I think it's also a German thing, like peppers.
Oh,
German
really?
like peppers, yeah.
But as I was gonna say, I actually really like the peppers here somehow. They have a different flavor. I think they also have a variety of flavors. Okay. So while the peppers are cooking, for the sake of saving time, because we're like hungry beasts right now, I'm gonna put together an extremely quick guac. So I actually like to make the incisions here and then scoop it out. We love a good guac scoop, avocado scoop. Also, avocados are like dirt cheap here. Like, pretty much I eat them every day, no matter what. And we've been buying, haven't we been buying a lot of guacamole like at restaurants? And I felt like even though restaurants are really cheap here, it just makes sense to make it yourself. Like, it's literally the quickest, easiest thing you can make. And it's all about the quality of the avocado, really. So we tried these really big ones, and they had a more fruity flavor. A German traveler, suggested we try the medium size. Didn't even know that there are like multiple varieties of avocado here. So we're just trying the more creamier, I think, earthy version. Let me taste it a bit. This is the one that we're normally used to selling. I'm gonna add a little bit of onion in this. Not too much. And then I always squeeze the lemon to release the juices. Just gonna cut this in half and squeeze. I really love lemon in everything. Probably the Indian in me. Also, I realized Mexican food really resembles Indian food. That's why I'm kind of like, my belly is having a very good time here. And then this is a trick I learned from when I was prepping food earlier, to add just a tiny bit of olive oil in the guac. Luckily we got a really nice one, and this just stops the avocado from turning too brown and icky, but also gives like a really nice aftertaste. Pretty much it. I would have liked to put some cilantro in it, but we didn't find it here. It was a very quick store, so this is like a super quick avocado guacamole in Mexico. The peppers have been coming along nicely. I'm gonna add the onion now. Love the sizzle. Ta-da! And now we just gotta let it cook a bit. We lack a lot of ingredients here, so I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of salt to help process the softening.
That's enough.
So said the German. And a trick actually, you add a little bit of sugar, teeny tiny bit, so that it caramelizes. There we are. Now we just gotta wait for it to cook. So what I always do is, although I know that the juices are nice, it's not really good for our digestive system. I said that weirdly, digestive system. So I always actually give the beans, canned beans, a rinse. If the water works. Yay! And anyway, we've given it good flavor from elsewhere, so I personally like to prep my own beans, but on the go you can never do that. So just give it a good rinse instead. And that way you don't get the old fartiness. Some fried beans, so again, a bit of oil. I'd say it's about a tablespoon and a half. Tablespoon for two, it's fine. Try to go less on the oil in general. Let it heat up a bit. I think I'll add a bit more onion to the oil, just to give it a tiny bit of a flavor, so not too much. There we go. Voila, onion. Let it heat up and saute for a while. Beans now, the onions have sort of caramelized. Give it a good old whisk. Again, very simple on-the-go travel meal. We've been traveling a lot this past year, pretty much one place every month, and I realized that we've spent a lot on food. I mean, it's very easy, convenient when you're traveling. It's so difficult to find food sometimes. So that's why we've recently decided to find places at least with some kind of mini kitchen. I already travel with a mini fan right now, so I'm planning on traveling maybe with a mini hot plate in the future, so that you can kind of cook anywhere on the go. I love to cook my meals, and I've been trying to be healthier as well, like while in life, and I thought, why not try to be healthy traveling? You don't have to eat the unhealthy food, you know, like the whole concept of while you're traveling you can eat anything. No, that's not true. It really does affect your body, especially because your stress levels are high, your cortisol levels are higher, and so it's more important actually while traveling to be conscious of what you're eating, because your body's going through a lot of new circumstances. Try to eat things that, like, include things in your food. Cook them in a different way, but include things in your food that you're used to, maybe. I remember one time there's this famous cricketer who famously traveled with baked beans, and it's because he didn't want to travel and get sick. So, not saying don't try other things, just be very conscious of what you put in your food. We found this local salsa, so I'm just gonna put this in here a bit, and then the rest for the dip with our toasted corn chips, just to give it a flavor. I personally love beans, Really good source of protein. Black beans here are really nice. Okay, so don't normally do this at home, kids, but I'm using the same spoon because we don't want to wash more things than necessary. This is almost done. I want them to have like a browner singe, so we're just gonna leave them to cook for a little while longer and we'll be back. Okay, so now the piece de resistance, just filling this in. A little bit of beans, tiny bit of the pepper, and the guac. Whoop, the guac fell. There we are. The moment of truth. Just a tiny drizzle of olive oil on top. And there you have it, folks. Our quick travel meal. I'm excited for this, Celine. Are you? Are you excited to eat, Celine?
I'm so excited.
Okay.
I just can't hide it.
Celine is dying from the heat right now. It's super warm, but I'm glad we cooked. So let's try it now.